avuxeni va ka hina hi pfukile na hina hi pfukile no eish vanhu va na problem ne or ni nga tlha swa ku na hina hi na problem hi vanhu when loko swi ta timhakeni ta ku xava timovha something like that loko munhu a xava movha sometimes it tend to be ava emotional in a way ya ku a hetelela xava a movha lowu u kalaka u nga ta mi pfuna vuton'wini and then loko famba minkarhi and then a cabanga no kahlekahle movha laha ni nga famba ni nga wu xavanga swin'wanyana swilo swi fambisana ni ku maybe the family ya vona mhlawumbe it become bigger and then you think ukuthi whatever I made the choice that I made to buy this car, it was a wrong choice at that particular moment. Because now you bought that car since you were alone, or maybe sometimes it was only you with one kid, or you not only you with your wife. Now you're starting having the children, and now you think, let us make a upgrade the car and buy another one or a bigger one. The reality that we have, it's obvious. It's very rare to find someone buying a car cash, which is a good thing because when you sell that car, all the money comes to you. If it comes that time to sell, or if it comes that come for upgrading, then the money in itaka well. Then you got mali le and then endla deposit or xava movha yin'wanyana cash. Because let's be realistic, the majority of South African people, they are buying cars finance. I'm one of them. Na mina ngabo ngishava finance. So definitely anayona mali ya ku xava cash. I ntiyiso wolowo ni nga tela. A ni nge fambi na xava 700,000 rand cash. This thing is vulavula hi 700,000 rand. And as much as a 4x4, it's very rare ku ri ni nga yi teka ni yisa ka ti-trips that 4x4. I was fortunate ni swi kotile ku ni famba ka trip ya 4x4 for free. Na trainer 4x4 ku ri yi tirhisiwa kanjhani, which Ford a ni bukele for free. But ni swi vonile laya loko swi ya swa ku ni ngo teka movha leyi ni yisa laha ka 4x4 trips now and then because ni byela swa ku a 4x4 is it capable ku ri yi nga swi endla 4x4 and then mina ni teka na se yi va habit, va ri it's a habit or it's a sport for me. To tell you the truth, I'll be killing my 700,000 rand vehicle. I won't do that again. Definitely. I will not take my 700,000 rand car 4x4 trips again. I will not do it. Unless if it's a Raptor. But even though I won't take my 1 million rand for a 4x4 trip. No. There's a lot of holes there, deep holes. And then I don't care about the up hills and the down hills. Those ones that's just straightforward. Because you use what you call hill descent control to go down. So you don't kill the vehicle that much. But other than that, no. So I like women love now. The reason it's a good thing to weigh your option. And naku utaenda ini yona move. And then in the level swi right ku ri xava movha leyi nga ta right u nga ta swi tiva swa ku hambiloko no va na family or extend family or ni va na vana van'wanyana futhi then ni nga swi kota ku yi tirhisa movha leyi because really loko u xava movha sweswi then in 2 years time u tlhe u famba u ya wa yi cincisa and then u ya wa teka yin'wanyana because you don't buy, it's actually rent and buy. then you lose. And then you don't want to keep on buying cars now and then we're not benefiting too. Because at the end of the day, akuna nchumu xi benefit loser wena and ku gain vona lava xavisaka timovha. Those people who are selling cars, they are there to sell cars. That's how they make their living. They make a living by selling cars. So when if you are approaching the dealer, then you tell them what I want to change. Categorically, if you're not approaching, immediately they see you from the distance, and especially if they know you bought a car from them, they'll immediately think, are you coming to trade the one that you have for a new one? And then they will be happy if they see you trading the current vehicle. To me, it's a scam because they're supposed to advise you when you go and buy a car. Hey, when the car that you're gonna purchase now, or the car that you're gonna buy now, is gonna be more expensive than the one that you have now. And the only different with the one that we have now, it's not much different, because really there's not much different on the current vehicle and the older vehicle or the new model vehicle. It's not much different. It does come with a difference, of course, with the safety system and what, but it's not much different. You might find the one that we have currently is more powerful than the one you think, and it's more expensive, the new one, than the one that you have now. I do understand that my warranties, and then the warranties expire, and when the things goes down, something breaks, I won't be able to replace because it will be expensive and what. But remember, that time you will not be paying the car. So either you pay for extended warranty. It'll be better that way than to go and purchase another car. For the new car, Yagala Laban Lava, leave those who hasn't yet bought a car. Let them buy those new cars, or those who is still driving the second hand, let them buy the new cars. Trade the old ones and buy the new ones. I would advise, because if you already bought a new car already, keep it, that new car of yours. Don't sell it. Don't trade in that new car you have. Serious. Mungayishavisi movha leyi. Loko za wena u yi xava movha leyi, tshama na yona. Loko family yi va kona, if you have an extra cash, famba yi xava ximovhana xin'wanyana lexi nga ta kota ku suita nyana, xi accommodate family. These days vavasati va hina, they can drive these days. Loko swi tiva swa ku sometimes u ta teka trip and vatsongwana va ta va nga yineli ka leyi u nga yi xava, then you tirhisa timovha ti ri two. I mean, vavasati va hina va drive masiku lawa, swa ha fani na khale only men could drive. These days vavasati va hina va drive. Then one will drive the other one will drive the other ones. Guys, it's too expensive. Timovha ti too expensive. So the reason ni vulavula leswi i timhaka ta ku ni lava ku ta ka mhaka ya ku Ford, since he released a new model or a new shape, kuna ti-changes va nga ti endla when it comes to the power system, from the engine and the gearbox, because that's where they trick people. Now remember, the previous, Ford released a new shape from the other one year before 2012. They were released at 2012. They released a 2.2 engine and the 3.2 engine. It was only two engines that time. So next time, I'm going to 5-speed or 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic that time. Now, I'm going to dwell in too much because the first I are going to want the engine that 2.2. And it seems like a 3.2, what are we dying so far? That 5-cylinder. I can understand why, because I was at 3.2 there. Actually, they failed us on that 3.2. The 2.2 I can understand, there was some mistake, but at least 2.2, somewhere, somehow, it's been around for quite some time. But the 3.2, developed by Ford, it comes with a lot of issues. Burning oil, killing the engines now and then. Even my 2.2, they killed the engine once, and I was not happy about it. But that's a story for another day. I'll tell you guys one time what happened to that Ford, that 2016 model, which I owned for 3 years, and at just almost 80,000 kilometers, then the engine died. My heart is still sad about that car, because I could have finished paying that car by now. But I see call up, that's a video for another day. So now, Ford now he released the engine that look, it's only, actually now it's only two, it's a 3 engine, yeah. It's a 2 liter. Hello, the guy. Forget him. It's a 2 liter single turbo, and then it differ. 2 liter single turbo, and then XL. That it comes with 125 kilowatt at a 405 Newton meter of torque. Then we move to a 2 liter also, a bi-turbo with 157 kilowatts. 157, so I think it's a 400 and, this is 500 Newton meter of torque, yeah. It's 500 Newton meter of torque, if I remember exactly, if I'm not mistaken. That's a 2 liter bi-turbo. So it jumped. Remember where I want to come. The one that I'm washing now, the previous model, from 2019 to partially 2023, because it's still there if you want to go for it. You can still get this one. It had 100, or it's got 132 kilowatts at a 520 Newton meter of torque. So it's in between of 125 kilowatts and a 600 Newton meter of torque. It's in between there. Oh, 125, sorry, I mean 125 kilowatts and 405 Newton meter of torque, and 157 kilowatts at the 500 Newton meter of torque. So, and now, that's where the problem comes when it comes to the price. Because 157 kilowatts, it's more expensive, and it's bi-turbo. Yeah, it's power, but it's more expensive than the 2019 to 2021 partial model XLT. We're talking about XLT. So you get the XLT, single turbo, 125 kilowatts and 405 Newton meter of torque, and then you get bi-turbo XLT, 157 kilowatts at a 500 Newton meter of torque, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So the current or the old sort of or outgoing XLT model, is it worth it or not? That single turbo, 132 kilowatts. Is it worth it? And 422 minutes torque. To me, it's worth it. I think that one is more icon. It's an icon, this one, than the one that isn't. Because really, you don't want underpower XLT. To me, I think they should have kept that 157 kilowatts. Then the downsize the XLT to 125 kilowatts. It's not right. We're not supposed to do that. XLT is supposed to start 157 kilowatts. So people, when they know, when they buy 157 kilowatts instead. If it's an XLT, it's 157 kilowatts. It doesn't matter if it's a 4x4 or it's a 4x2. And apparently XLT doesn't come with manual. It's only automatic. And also the downside is that you are driving the single turbo XLT with a 6-speed automatic. It's not right. Man, the XLT, since they started in a 10 speed, it's supposed to be 10 speed all the way. Not a single turbo, not a 6-speed. In fact, you see, that's a good thing about it, this step, because I can do this, climb up there, and then I can be able to watch the roof. So the old XLT or the current outgoing SLT is powerful. I think this is gonna be an icon when time goes, and this is gonna be a vintage. So if you are owning one currently, the XLT, the single turbo, the 132 kilowatts, or the outgoing model, keep it that car or that bike. Don't trade it in and don't sell it. Do not trade in, because if you trade in, you're gonna go for buy table, then you're gonna pay way expensive, which I'm gonna put there. You're gonna pay way expensive, almost 800,000 rand, I can say, for XLT buy table. And for XLT single table, of course you're gonna pay less, but now you're under power. Imagine. So now you'll be going with the XL instead. The only difference is that when you have more features than the XL. So if you want to buy a car, buy a brand new, of course. That's always emphasize. If you want to take a brand new car. Don't buy the second-hand car. And then you keep it, regardless of the circumstances, unless if they financially change. Maybe now you are making more money, now you want to buy a Wildtrak or you want to buy a Raptor. Now I can understand, because you can't keep two bakkies in the house. It's useless. You can go up. If you financial change to downgrade, then I can understand. But at least you want to downgrade. But then if you go down to 125 kilowatts XLT, the price is not that much different. Unless if you had a 4x4, then you want to go to 4x2 XLT and 125 kilowatts. At least you're going to save some money there, I understand. But remember, you are starting a new contract. So it's not worth it to start a new contract on the smaller package or to downgrade the price. Now you're starting a new contract, another 5 years contract, whereas now you had only 2 years left or 3 years left. It's not worth it. Even if you 1 year, you're still in 1 year in this car, it's not worth it. Really. Just keep what you have. Now, when I bought this car myself, 2021, I bought this car because I know as a double cab, I can do a lot with it. When I say I can do a lot with it, is that it's got a 3-seat at the back. I've got the children they can still sit comfortable, move with no problem. No problem. And then I can still load some stuff here at the back. Of course, people will say, yeah, if you load some stuff, then people they will steal it and what. No. Then I understand good. The crime is all over. It's not only South Africa there's a crime. Everywhere there's a crime. All the countries they are complaining about the crime. So, as Pumagulo, that is a topic for another day. I can discuss about. But at the moment, the blah blah go. You can see lots of stuff. You know when we are Makaya, sometimes we want to go and load some wood for fire. This would help because I can load some stuff. So if I have my XF Jaguar, how am I gonna put the hoods at the back? I won't be able. So I'll be doomed. I'll be in a luxury, but at the same time, ntavan so called. Because manje fana na kacha munhu kuri antisela to. It's better to do things by yourself. I understand people they will say, "Good, I mean I've got money. I can hire someone to bring." Some people have got tractors, and those who have bakkies, they can do it. Even not all of us who have that money at that particular time. I can tell you, I've met a lot of, that's a reality. I've met a lot of people, when they want to buy those hoods, or they want to go and load some big stuff which they can't fit in front in their car, they're complaining. People with those cars, they're expensive, and people who, maybe sometimes someone went to a furniture shop, he went to buy something, and when they charge him for transport, and then he start to complain. Why you complain? Because you have money to pay your sedan, or your two-door car, or your hatchback. You have money to pay for that. So why are you complaining if that guy is charging you that money? Pay him and go. Simple as that. So buy something that will suit you. This one I know I can load, even if I don't have a small car. This one can still do everything. However, it's a bit expensive, of course, to run and maintain for fuel-wise. But you are paying for those stuff. I can't go and buy the small car, mind you, no, because the small car is going to be cheaper and for me. But at the same time, at some point, I'm going to score to go in the lesson slava. Can car no lava. Let's be real, man. Let us be real. Although Nanzanga Nukuri, Logo family, our Shawan Chum, total like Chala was, I'm of them, then come on a shocker. Unlike you waiting for someone. At some point, I went to buy a sofa. I had to wait for 5 days for delivery. Okay, I can't load the sofa here in this park anyway, but I can put one, then bring it and go and take another one, bring it in one day. Or a fridge, whatever. So, you will have a reality and a practicality. If you're buying a sedan, make sure you una male. Yagu shava or yagu shava maybe a single capinyana. Where logo single capillian the Scott of like Chafilo yo. Es una talabagus like and Carlo Lava. Everyone know that. That's actually swing. We found by like a luxury. But at the same time, I normal I maintain luxury. Now I want one long mile. Not family message is Benshayana. I like at the same time and Bagayana sighting. Which is a good thing. for kwendleka ngikho. People will say, yeah, the warranty when it expires, then this guy's gonna be expensive to maintain. What? What about the money that you're gonna pay again a month, and the installment that will keep on going now and then, and sometimes they will call you if you default the debit order or the payment at that time. If you default, and then they will call you, you miss the payment. Or else, if you only pay the warrant, it's your choice. If you don't have money to pay, you don't have money, but you still drive that car at that time. If you think, oh, what if something breaks? What if something doesn't break? I'm just asking. What if it breaks? And what if it does not break? Some of the things, guys, about will cause that breach when it's there. Let us cross the bridge when it's there. It's at the end of the day, you're gonna cross that bridge. It's a reality. You will cross that bridge. That's true. But may not say it's better for you to wait to cross that bridge when it's there. Man, remember, before this thing here, funeral plan, what, life insurance, what, we didn't have those stuff. But people, they were dying and getting buried. Before this thing here, moshar and what, but still you have no problem of food. But these days, moneta kujwa yeah. Mina nilagulahliwa, but munatsama moshare for 10 years. I mean, not for 10 years, for 10 days. And lokatsama moshare, pala do tsak, because now you are making them rich by staying. But if you munu lokatsame ashdum logishiri moshare tsama karole, what's that? Because we endla mali for leso. And they were now you're getting bankrupt by the time. What happened when the people die, get it buried at the same time? When the people die, what if they die when you don't have money to bury? Ewan, uga umbona munhu la handle la anga fa atsikwa kwala imhaka kunamali kumlahla. Uzosubona kunwe in the life. Loko usubonile comment la hansi. Comment loko usubonile uzombona munhu anga etlela la bola. Arhlabhola kwala like a dog. Umzeli wena. Okay, mina nzeni ubona munhu anga lahliwa mhaka anga ri na mali. There's no way. But now you say, what if I die? You're gonna die anyway. What if? Yes, you're gonna die. Now, saying like we got 4x4. People they say, yeah, 4x4 is too expensive to maintain and to run fuel wise. And it's pointless to have a 4x4 in your life because it's expensive. What I've noticed in the dealers, like garage dealers, they want to sell what is on the floor. It's very rare for them to request, if you want to request something which is not there, to get it. They'll tell you, why don't you take this one? Because whatever, as long as it's there, and then it's costing them money. So they want to get rid of as soon as possible. So we end up buying what is on the floor, which is not a good thing. Because they want to sell the current stock before they bring another one. So if you go there, let's say you wanted a 4x4, and then you get there, you find that it's only 4x2s that are there. Then they tell you, why don't you take the 4x2? Because the 4x2 is cheaper on fuel, and then what, the 4x4 it's expensive on fuel and what. Then you end up taking a 4x4 because they are convincing you. In reality, you wanted the 4x4, but now the 4x4 is not on the floor. Then you end up buying a 4x2 because they're convincing you, they're telling you that the 4x2 is cheaper on fuel and what, and it doesn't have a leather seat. Then you say, then they'll tell you, the leather seat is and what, when they do this and they do that, and what. So this one's a cloth and this one is cheaper to wash. And then when the children spill something, it's like they try to convince you, end up buying the 4x2. Well, in Siziyaku, you wanted the 4x4. Then there will be those people that will tell you, why you want the 4x4 for? Are you doing the 4x4 trips? Of course I'm not doing 4x4 trips. You'll be pulling boats and going to somewhere only once a year. Yes, I'm pulling those things only once a year to go on the trip or a holiday with my family. I'm pulling that thing only once a year, which is that time that I need the 4x4. But all the time now I will be paying, but not using it. Yes. Whenever you have a gun or you have a firearm in you, you always carry that firearm. How often do you use that firearm with you? And it's loaded always. How often do you use it? You can tell you maybe you only use it once in the 5 years. And also that once is not because of you, it was self-defense. No. You use it once because of you wanted to clean it and what. Not because of a self-defense. You were cleaning, then you decided to release some bullets. And besides, the bullets are expensive. Then you're not going to waste the bullets. Because of now, you're gonna think, I'm gonna buy another one to replace these ones. Then you're always carrying something that is heavy in your waist, or else I shoot the relay in chum. Yes, it's the same thing with 4x4. I'm carrying my gun. Whenever I want to use it, then I can use it. If I want to use it, then I have a weapon to use it, that 4x4 system. Most of the time, 90% of the time, I'm not using it. But there will be some time that I will need to use it. Then I'm gonna use it. When that time comes. Every country in the world, they've got arms and bombs and tanks and all those army things. But it's very rare for them to use it. They only use it if they're actually keeping them for self-defense. But you'll find out in the 5 years they never had a war. But they have them. So, buy what it suits you. Yeah. If you're not gonna have a children in your life, you can go and buy a 4x2. I mean a 2-door car. Then it's only you and your wife. Sorted. Done. If you know you're gonna have a child, you can buy a 4-door car. Then you are sorted. If your plan is to have a child, then buy a 4-door car. Once and for all. You pay that car, you finish. That's it. Doesn't matter if it's a high ride or a low ride. Just buy a 4x4 and then you are sorted. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe. I need your subscription, please. I'm begging you to subscribe. I see people there watching my videos. I saw some views. There's some views there, but I don't see subscription. Ngikombela mun subscribe bella. Subscribe lan so that in ta kota ku vulavula hi swilo swa serious swinene ka ka timovha. I'm coming Africa, I'm coming Mozambique, I'm coming Swaziland, I'm coming Zimbabwe, I'll be coming. I would love to come to Ghana, but I'm organizing come to Ghana and the other country also. And I would love to come as a driver, not flying. I never fly in my life. It's not good if I won't fly, but I want to prove that cars, we need them. So, and the high ride, we need them. Upel. Thank you very much for watching.